Hey guys, today we're going to do the unboxing and overview and demo of the DJI Neo. So this is a new drone that the Chinese drone company DJI just released. DJI is pretty much the world market leader in drones. I think, most people who are into drones will have heard of them for sure. They've released many popular drones, the Phantom series, the Mavic series, Avata series, and I've had the DJI Mini as well, the DJI Mini 2 actually, and these are all great drones. And I've had DJI drones I think since 2015. I think my first DJI drone was the Phantom 3 Advanced, which I got back in 2015. Then I upgraded to the Phantom 4 Advanced in 2017. Then I got the DJI Spark and the DJI Mavic Air and the DJI Mini 2 most recently. And yeah, this will be my latest drone from them, the DJI Neo. So this is the cheapest drone that DJI offers, actually, believe it or not. The drone by itself sells for only $200. So it's, yeah, one of the most affordable drones on the market. So the Hover Air X1 is basically this small, tiny drone that you can carry in your pocket, actually. It folds up, and you can use it pretty much anywhere, and it's just, it's cheap. Well, it's not like as cheap as a Neo. It's a couple $100 more expensive than the Neo, but still, it's cheap for a drone. I think it's around like $400 or something, and folds up. You can carry it in your pocket, and then just anywhere you want, you can just press a button and it'll follow you and record you. So it's basically your own personal like videographer and basically your vlogger basically. So if you do a lot of vlogs, which a lot of people do, including me, it's really helpful to have one of these small drones just to, follow you around and take recordings of you. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's basically what I wanted a drone for in the first place. When I first bought my Phantom 3 back in the day, when I was in Korea, I really just wanted to have a drone that would follow me around and record me. I know at that time, the drones were very big and large and had to be carried in a backpack, and also didn't really have that functionality. But now, technology has come a long way. The Hover Air X1 exists, and DJI decided to compete with the Hover Air X1 by offering their own kind of vlogger drone. And yeah, this one at a cheaper price point as well. It undercuts the Hover Air X1 by like, $200 basically. So yeah, this is a cheap drone, $200. Now I got the Fly More combo, which costs $330 US, so it's a bit more expensive, but what you get with it, you get the controller, so you can control it manually. Normally, if you don't get the controller, you can use your phone, but yeah, it's better to use the controller. And mostly this drone is meant for just automatically following you around and recording you, so it's not really, it doesn't have the same feature set as the bigger drones like the Mavic or even the Mini series does. So yeah, it's not as fully featured as the Mini series or the Avata or the Mavic. It doesn't have obstacle avoidance or anything, but at the same time, I've heard that these drones are pretty durable. So the Hover Air is pretty durable as well. You can crash it like hundreds of times apparently, and it'll still be fine. So yeah, I hope the DJI Neo is just as durable. And you know what? I was thinking about buying the Hover Air X1 when the DJI Neo just got announced. So I was like, okay, well, this one is cheaper and supposedly competes pretty well. So why not check it out, since I have a lot of DJI products anyways. In fact, this one also works well with the DJI mic too, the wireless mic that DJI sells, and I do have two of those as well, since I already have the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So I figured, I can use that wireless mic with this drone, and then it'll basically be my my vlogger camera drone. So that'd be pretty cool, and I can talk to it, stuff while I'm walking around, or maybe hopefully I want to use this when I'm scootering. That would be fun. I want to have like a drone record me when I'm riding on the scooter. That's really what I wanted. So yeah, this is the box for it. 135 grams, very, very light and portable. You can take off from the palm of your hand. That's actually a feature that was on the DJI Spark way back in the day that I also reviewed. I remember with the Spark, I actually did some like palm gesture controls and stuff. Of course, you can also use this with their FPS goggles, the DJI goggles, which I'm not going to buy because that's actually more than the cost of this drone. But I remember using the DJI goggles with the Spark as well, and that was pretty cool back in the day. AI subject tracking, quick shots, multiple control, 4K video, full coverage, propeller guard. So this is actually meant to be pretty durable. No obstacle avoidance, but it's actually meant to be crashed. Yeah, so I think the point of this thing is to follow you around until it either crashes into something or runs out of battery. I think it can get about 18 minutes of flying time, which is not that much, but then again, it is a very small drone, so I guess that's to be expected. Okay, so let's see what we have. So this is the first box that we have, and what we get inside of it is, okay, we get a USB-C to USB-C cable right here. Of course, it's going to charge with USB-C. I would not expect anything different. You also get a kind of DJI to include a USB-C to Lightning. So if you have an older iPhone, because you know, modern iPhones do have USB-C, but if you have an older iPhone, then yeah, they give you an adapter. So that's pretty generous of DJI. They also give you like a screwdriver, I guess. Not sure what this is used for yet. But yeah, they give you a screwdriver. You know, there's going to be some parts, I guess, to take apart. All right, let's take a look at this one. So this is the Fly More combo. So in the Fly More combo, you get this battery charger as well. So this one will come with 2 additional batteries. So this can charge up to 3 batteries at a time. As you guys can see, there's 3 slots for 3 batteries. So yeah, like I said, normally the DJI Neo only gets 18 minutes of flying time, so that's not too much. So if you want more, you're going to have to swap in some additional batteries, and that's what the Fly More combo also gives you, is 2 additional batteries, so you can swap them out for more flying time. And then you get the power button for the battery charger here, as well as the USB-C charger for this. So yeah, all chargers with USB-C, and yeah, power button. That's pretty simple to operate. So yeah, that's a battery charger. What else do we get here? We get the drone itself. Get some manuals here. Take a look. Okay, so this is the app for the DJI. Now, the DJI app, I believe you cannot really find it in Google stores, so you really have to, like, this QR code is going to take you to the app download link. That's the thing I remember about DJI Mimo. You need to have the app, first of all, but yeah, you can't normally get it from the Google Play Store, so I think you need to use this QR code to get it. But yeah, otherwise you pretty much need that app to operate the drone. You got some stickers for your DJI merch. Basically, if you want to, like, you know, show off that you're a fan of DJI. DJI Neo quick start guide right here. It even says the Fly More combo, so I guess that's a specific one for the Fly More combo. So yeah, first download the app, and then tells you about how to fly the drone, activate the intelligent flight battery, mount the control stick. I already kind of know how to use this because I already own a bunch of DJI drones in the past, and I actually own a Mini 2 still right now. It would be cool to compare it to my Mini 2 actually. And then we have the RC control, mobile app control, and yeah, this is how you can use it. You can take off from the palm of your hand like that. Again, just kind of like the DJI Spark back in the day, which I reviewed before. Safety guidelines right here. I don't really need to read those too much. Japan safety rules. If you're in Japan, Australia, New Zealand, there's the additional safety rules and a warranty. This is C0 drones information node as Class C0 camera. Not sure what this is required for, but maybe this is for some regulations or something. They need to include this. Okay. DJI Neo accessory user guide. Yeah, so this is for the battery charger. Now, one thing is, I heard that the US government is thinking about banning DJI products, new DJI products for sale, and that would be kind of a shame because DJI is the market leader in drones. It would be not just drones, but like they make great action cameras as well. I have the DJI Action 3, as well as you know, stabilized gimbal cameras. So I have the Osmo Pocket 3. It would be a shame if the US government banned DJI drones. Okay, so additionally we have the controller. This is pretty much the same controller I got with the Mini 2, and I guess the Mini 3 as well. Yep, pretty much the same controller here. So yeah, what you would do is this is so this is the analog sticks. You actually get the analog sticks from down here. They kind of hide away here. So basically what you would do is you kind of like screw it on here like this if you want to use it. Take it up from here, you screw it on. Come on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you screw it on when you want to use it, and then you just unscrew it and put it back when you want to stow it away in like a case or something. This doesn't come with a carrying case, but you can get a carrying case, and usually that's how you would do it. You just stow these away. And then you have the function FM button here, which is used for many different functions in the app. This one is for swiveling around the camera, I believe. Yeah, maybe that's for different control of the camera. This is for different modes. So there's like a cinema mode, normal mode, there's like a speed mode or sport mode, I think. Yeah, sport mode, cinema mode, and just this normal mode here. This is the on button, and it also shows you how much it's charged. You charge it with the USB-C connector down here. This is the home button where you press, the drone will automatically come back to you to land at your designated home spot. Up here, yeah, you have the little dial here, which is used to, this is used to control the camera on the drone. So you can, you can kind of like see more or less of your landscape depending on your camera. You can use this to pan the camera around, actually. So that's pretty cool. This is to take pictures or to record, depending on your mode. And back, nothing, just a nice grip. And yeah, this little thing in the middle here, what you do is lift this up, and what this would do is hold your phone. And your phone, you still got to use the app on your phone, right? Once you download the DJI app. Yeah, you connect these cables to it. So there's some cables that very conveniently stow away here. So there's actually 2 USB-C ports right here, and you connect one of them to your phone. So this is what this adapter is for. So if you have an older iPhone, you would just swap one of these cables for the lightning adapter. But yeah, for most phones that use USB-C, this is fine. One is connected to the controller and the other one is connected to your phone, and that's how you can operate that's basically, you can use this basically to also use the app on your phone. And that way you don't have to use your phone actually to move the drone, because if you don't have this controller, now you can use it without the controller, but the controller is a lot more convenient because you have these analog controls rather than the touch controls on your phone. I don't like to use the touch controls on the phone, right? It's very finicky. I like to use physical analog controls. So anyways, that's why I got the controller. Connect your phone to it, and then yeah, you have the analog controls and stuff. That's a lot easier to control your drone with. So yeah, that's the controller here. We get a couple more propellers as well as part of the Fly More pack in case you lose one of your propellers or break one of your propellers. You have 2 extra propellers here. Okay, and then you have the drone itself. Okay, so here it is, the DJI Neo. Pretty small and pretty light. Alright, so for a little size comparison here, so this is the DJI Neo. I have my DJI Mini 2 here as well. So this is my DJI Mini 2, so you guys can see the size difference between the two. They're both pretty small drones. Yeah, the Neo doesn't actually fold up. The Hover Air X1 does fold up. It kind of folds in on itself. This one doesn't. And the Mini 2 does actually fold up as well. So it'll fold up like this. Once it's folded up like this, then yeah, then the DJI Mini 2 is actually still smaller than the Neo. So yeah, the Mini 2 is still a very capable drone. Actually, the Mini 3 technically, since that's a newer version. Yeah, the Mini 2 or Mini 3, these are more capable drones. That's why they're still more expensive. They have obstacle avoidance and stuff. Yeah, they got like cameras, front-facing camera sensors, and yeah, they're more maneuverable. They have more features, so that's why they're still positioned in a higher price bracket than the Neo is. The Neo is the entry level, but it's also the one that's targeted towards people who do social media, Instagrammers, TikTokers, YouTubers, vloggers. This is just a very simple, easy to use drone. You can see that, yeah, there's a lot of see, they have like these propeller guards already built in, so that means if it crashes into something, it's not likely to hurt the propellers. Normally, if you crash into something, now this one has obstacle avoidance, but say you still crash into something, then it's likely the propellers are going to be damaged. But on this drone, it's fine. It's got these propeller guards. Even though they're plastic, I'm pretty sure they're quite durable. And this is to change the different modes, I think. There's different settings here. Like there's like a zoom out mode, like a pan mode. This one does rocket straight up. You can see all this in action on DJI website. But yeah, there's all these different shooting modes that you can use. I think this is to switch between them. This one I think is it the power button here to charge the, yeah, maybe this might be just the power button to turn on the drone right here. There is a camera guard here as well, so maybe we can, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so that's a camera guard. So this is a camera right here. Now I don't think this is as good as the camera that's on the Mini 2 that I have. So this is yeah, I think the camera sensor on the Mini might still be better. So I'm thinking, but I'm not going to record in 4K anyways. Like, I have my philosophy on not recording 4K. I just think that, especially if you're using a camera outside, like, it's going to take up battery life and storage space, and the fact that most people don't really have 4K devices to really view your stuff. So it's not, to me, the cons outweigh the pros of using 4K or recording in 4K. So yeah, I don't really record in 4K, just 1080 for me. You know, there's still like landing sensors here, I think, and this would be the battery, so that's how you eject it. Yeah, it's pretty simple actually. And that's it. If you put a new battery in, just swap it in like that. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's really only got 2 buttons here. Yeah, one I guess to change modes, and then one for the power, and the charger at the back, which is a USB-C, of course. So that's pretty much it. DJI Neo. Yeah, pretty small drone. Now I don't think it can fit into like most people's pockets, like the Hover Air can. If you have a big blazer pocket or a coat pocket, then sure. But for a jean pocket, probably not. Yeah, I would say that the Mini that's folded up is still going to be more portable. And the Hover Air actually folds up as well, Hover Air X1. So that's still going to be more portable. But hey, you know, for 200 bucks, this is the most affordable drone that we've seen yet, right? Like when I got the DJI Spark before, I thought that was a really cheap drone at 400 or 500 bucks. And then the Hover Air X1 at 400 bucks, you know, that's a pretty good entry-level drone for most people too. But DJI Neo undercuts all of them all because it's only 200 bucks, and then 330 if you get the Fly More combo, which is still cheaper than the Hover Air X1. So yeah, previously the Mini was probably a good entry-level drone as well. You can still get the Mini, this is the Mini 2 SE, but you can get the Mini 3 now. It's still fairly affordable, like 500 bucks-ish. So yeah, you can still get the Mini 3, and that's still a much more capable drone than the Neo. However, the Neo is, you know, it's cheaper, and it's really meant for, yeah, for vloggers and yeah, people who just want to record something quick, and they can just have it like take off in the palm of their hand and just to follow them around and stuff. So I think for those purposes, this is a really nice drone to have, you know, just for those simple recording purposes. That's what I want to use it for as well. You know, most of the time you just want to record something quick, and then this one would do it. Whereas with the Mini, you still got to set up some stuff, and you can still, you know, manually control it and everything. So yeah, this one does have the automatic modes. It's just not as easy to access as the Neos, right? The Neos really is just kind of a drone that's a plug and play type, where you just, yeah, you just like press one button and it does this thing. It's very simple to use. Whereas the Mini still requires some time to operate. But yeah, it's I think these two are both pretty nice. They both have their own niche, right? The Mini still more capable, still folds up to be more compact, also more expensive. But yeah, let's test out the DJI Neo, since I've already done a video review on the Mini 2 already. So yeah, let's test out the Neo, and this thing is actually going to be more durable actually than the Mini as well, since it's got these propeller guards and everything, and fairly light. I think it is a bit lighter than the Mini, a little bit. The Mini is already pretty light to begin with, but I think this is definitely a little bit lighter than the Mini does. So yeah, just a cool little small drone that can follow you around and record you. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to do a demo with this thing. I'm going to walk around or maybe scooter around the city, and hopefully this thing can just be my own personal, you know, camera vlogger or my videographer, and record me when I'm doing those things, which is something that I've always wanted to have in a drone. I've always wanted to have the drone just record me, and while I'm just doing something, and yeah, without having to go through like some complicated apps and stuff. So yeah, hopefully this can just be one of those yeah, nice devices where you press one button and it'll just start recording you while you walk around. So anyways, stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna check it out. Alright, so after taking the DJI Neo out for a spin, there's several issues I actually noticed. So first of all, the DJI Mic 2, yes, I did try to connect this to the DJI Neo, or try to use it in the app, the DJI Fly app. Yeah, it doesn't really work well. I'm not sure if it's an issue with the app or an issue with this particular mic, but yeah, whenever I try to record something using this mic, it's very, very high pitched. It's like as if I was I don't know, like if I was like on helium or something like that. Like the voice is just really, really high pitched. It's squeaky, so it's basically unusable, which is unfortunate because I really wanted to use this drone while also narrating using the mic, and I was unable to do that. I'm not sure if that's the issue with the mic or app or something, or the connection, but yeah, I try to connect it and try to use the mic with it, and yeah, the resulting audio is just unusable. So unfortunately, I couldn't use the mic with it. All right, so to connect the drone and to turn it on, I'll just do everything step by step so you guys can see what happens and how to connect it. So basically, you can press it once to see the battery level. So this will show you the battery level right now, and then you just press and hold it down to turn it on. So okay, now it's on. Okay. The other cool thing is, and you got to take off the little cover here, which I've already done. There's a cover here for the gimbal. You take that off. Another thing you notice is, yeah, this will tell you the different modes on here.
Well lit, textured environments.
Yeah, and it actually has a speaker, which I actually did not know about. So it has a built-in speaker. They'll tell you what mode it's using in. So you can toggle through the nodes. By default, it's on follow mode, but you can toggle through them, like, and it'll actually tell you.
Droney.
So that's droney mode.
Circle.
Circle.
Rocket.
Rocket.
Spotlight.
Spotlight.
Direction track.
Direction track, and
Follow.
yeah, follow the default. And I will do a demo of each of these modes in the video because I was testing them all out. But yeah, it's cool that it has like a built-in speaker. I did not know that. Another thing is, yeah, I didn't actually realize this until I started using it, but there's no micro SD card slot. It's because the DJI Neo has a built-in internal storage, so there's no need to use a SD card. It just has a built-in internal storage of 22 gigabytes, which is enough given the drone's short flight time anyways. It can only fly for like 18 minutes per battery charge. So yeah, it's got a relatively short flight time anyway, so it's, yeah, just has 22 gigs of built-in internal storage, which should be enough given the short flight time and everything. And I guess that's just to streamline things, make it easier, so people don't have to, like, you know, put in micro SDs and taking it out and everything. You just simply connect it to your computer to retrieve the videos. So it just, you know, makes it a little bit more streamlined. Okay, so to connect it, basically you have to download this app called DJI Fly. So it's not DJI Mimo, that's the one that's for the other drones, the other DJI drones. But you download DJI Fly, and yeah, you get this screen here, and you go to Connection Guide, and you go DJI Neo. And this is the interesting thing. If you're using the RC controller, you would connect it with RC, but I noticed that when you connect it with the RC, it's not easy to use the smart features, which is what the DJI Neo is known for. We use, like, using the, you know, the 6 different modes on here. To do that, and also to use the mic, you have to actually go into the mobile device. So yeah, otherwise I think when I connect it with RC only, like, if you want to use it with the RC controller, you can, of course, but then I think it's not as easy to get into the smart modes from that app. And then also it's hard to connect to the DJI mic using the RC app. So it'll actually launch a different app if you go to the RC. So for me, in order to actually use the features and connect the mic, I had to go with a mobile device. And then once you click that, you just click on the drone, which should show up. It takes a little bit, a few seconds to connect here. Okay. Okay, and then it says connection successful. Okay, so this is the actual mobile app for the DJI Neo. And you can go through different nodes: follow, manual control, droney, circle, rocket, spotlight, direction track. So basically the 6 main modes plus manual control. You have to actually unmute this if you want to use the mic with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you connect it with the app. So right now, yeah, so this is an issue I have right now, because this drone, when I was using it, actually ended up crashing. And that's one of the issues I want to talk about, actually, about this drone. So after I was using it for a short session today, I found out the limitations of this drone. And so the main issues are, first of all, the concept, the theory of having a drone that can just lift off from your palm of your hand at any time, record you, just like anywhere you can just kind of like just have it easily take off and record you. Okay, that's great, and it actually works fairly well in execution. Okay, so it's not that the Neo can't do those things. Like the Hover Air X1, it does most of the things that the Hover Air X1 can do, and it does it at $200. So it's a very good price point. It's good for like any actually it's at the price point where like someone can just easily pick it up almost as an impulse buy, right? 200 bucks. And you can just pick up the small drone, and it's very easy to use. You just launch it from the palm of your hand. You just like press a button on your phone app, it just launches off, and then it uses one of the modes to record you and follow you around, which it does fairly well actually. And to get it to stop, you just put your hand under here and it'll land automatically, because it actually has the sensors under there. So you put your hand under there for like 3 seconds and it automatically lands. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome technology. The fact that they got this at a $200 price point is amazing. So yeah, it actually works fairly well in execution. Like I was actually really shocked. It just started following me around when it just takes off from the palm of my hand, starts following me around. It's very stable. So that's all good. Okay, so that's the good things about this drone. The price point and the execution and the technology, everything, that's all pretty good. The thing is, when I'm using this is actually the practicality of using it. I think that's the main issue with using this drone. So just thinking about, okay, in theory, it sounds great, right? I can use this to record myself when I'm walking. I don't need to have my friend or somebody beside me to record me when I'm doing stuff. I just use this drone to do it, right? Anywhere. Well, the thing is, so I live in an urban environment. I live in Vancouver, Canada, okay? And, if you're living in a big city like this, it's actually hard to get to a place where there isn't many people. And for me, if I'm using a drone like this, I want it to record me when I'm doing something, when I'm walking, right? Just walking on the street, or you can see a view of the lake or something. I just want it to record me and doing that stuff. And it's really hard to do because there's going to be a lot of people outside. And that's a real limitation of using this drone, I find, is the practicality of it. It's like, it's very hard to use it in an environment where there's a lot of people, because yeah, inevitably what ends up happening is that you end up disturbing people, or you might crash it into someone, and that's going to be an issue, right? And that actually happened when I was using it tonight. When I was using it today, just for the videos, for the demo videos, yeah, like it was hard to find a spot where there wasn't many people, because I wanted to record it just of me walking near the lake. I just wanted to record it like something like that. Walking on the beach, walking along the lake. I just wanted to record me doing that, and that was very hard to do because there's always people walking by. And yeah, like first of all, like when I try to do this, yeah, there's like people around. They had to avoid it, and one girl actually just bumped into it, and I don't think she was looking or something like that. I don't know how you cannot sense it, because this drone is actually pretty noisy. Like you would probably hear it from like definitely like a decent distance away. Like this drone is pretty noisy. You'll definitely hear it with definitely when you're coming towards it, you'll hear it. It's pretty noisy. And yeah, this girl, she just didn't hear this drone or something. I don't know, or she did hear it, but she wasn't looking at it. And she just bumped right into the drone, and the drone crashed into her. And I got in trouble for that, right? So yeah, that's a huge issue, right? If this ever bumps into someone, and there could be legal ramifications about that. So I'm afraid to use this drone outside, because the things I want to use it for, like I want to record it when I'm biking, when I'm recording it when I'm scootering, it's very hard to do, because I'm like, for it not to crash into a car or crash into someone, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, this is a pretty durable drone. It can crash into many things and be relatively okay. But it's more the fact that when you're recording in this kind of urban environment, it's really hard to get a place where there's no cars or people. That's the real issue. So it's honestly not that practical for me. Like all the videos I've seen on YouTube is like people using it in some kind of like open area where there's not many people. They're hiking or they're biking in some kind of open area, and that's great. But that's a very, very niche use case, right? Even in Vancouver, there's a lot of hiking spots and still going to be people there. That's the thing. And I don't know if there's any biking path that wouldn't have people on it. That's the thing. I would like to record myself scootering or biking somewhere, but it's near impossible because there's always going to be people or cars there, and I don't want this drone to bump into some car or bump into someone. I can get into a lot of trouble for that. So, yeah, that's the real issue with this drone. Is not the fact that it's bad or anything like that. It actually works fairly well. The problem is, yeah, when can I actually use it? Like the practicality of it is the main issue. So that's the thing. Unfortunately I live in a urban environment. I guess if I lived in a smaller city, it might be okay. Like if you live in the countryside, smaller city, then sure, there might not be that as many people. But here, yeah, there's just simply too many people, and I can't really do anything without bumping into like a car or a person. So that makes the practicality of using this drone, less for me. I just want to record myself walking along the beach or walking along the lake shore, biking, scootering. Nope, all those things are pretty much impossible to do here. Because just too many people, too many cars, always walking around. At some point, even if there isn't as many, at some point someone's going to come, right? It's not like there's ever going to be an area where there's going to be no cars or people, right? At some point, some person's going to come along or some car's going to come along, and then I have to worry about this actually hitting them. And then that I'm just worried about that, right? If this hits a car or a person, I can get into a lot of trouble for this. So yeah, that's the unfortunate part of this drone. The other thing is I noticed that this drone, yeah, it can malfunction at times. It's not like, yeah, most of the time it works, right? Like the follow, takeoff, it works. But there's sometimes I notice that, especially when I want to film it, like actually the follow mode is good, but I want it to actually follow me from when I'm walking towards it. And I think it has an issue with that. So it can follow me from behind just fine, but when it follows me from in front, I think that's when it has issues. And I've had some cases where actually like it didn't record me properly when I was walking towards it. And I want it to record me when I'm walking towards it as well, so you can see my face and you can see the background when I'm walking, right? But it has issues with doing that. It seems like follow mode is the best for recording when you're walking, like when it's following you. But then you're just recording your back, right? So I kind of want to record my front too, including my face, but then it doesn't work as well. And then this like kind of malfunctions and it starts going a little bit haywire sometimes. So yeah, that's an issue with this as well. It seems like I don't know if there's another mode I can try, but at least in follow mode, I wanted to actually record me when I'm walking towards it, and that seems to be not that good on this drone yet. Doesn't seem to work as well. Following me from behind seems to work well, but not when I'm walking towards it. The directional feature is pretty good in general. Like it follows me from the side. I think that one's okay. But yeah, again, the practicality of it, I'm thinking, because it's not like ideally what I want is like when I'm going on my scooter, I want this to record me when I'm on my scooter, when I'm on a bridge or something like that, so you can see like the whole sunset behind me when I'm riding a scooter. That's cool, right? I want it to do that, but it's near impossible because it's going to hit a car when it's doing that. Same thing when I'm walking along the lake shore or the beach, right? I want to kind of follow along the side. I use the directional mode actually the most because I want to record when I'm just walking from the side, right? And again, yeah, there's going to be people walking along the side, and then yeah, this has a chance of hitting them, high chance of hitting them. When it did actually hit a girl, right, tonight when I was recording with it. So yeah, that's the real issues with this drone. So anyways, guys, I did use it for a bit to record some videos. I'll show you guys, after this section here, you guys can see the videos I recorded. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the DJI mic working. Not sure why. Well, it does connect and it does work. It's just the audio is kind of messed up, and I don't know why. Maybe it's this mic. There's some issue with it. The audio is just messed up, and I couldn't use it. So that's the thing. I wanted to kind of use this as a kind of like, automatic vlogger thing, where I can just walk. This thing will just be my own cameraman, and then I can talk to this wireless mic at the same time. That would be cool, right? That's ideally what I want my use case to be. I'm just walking along. This is my own personal cameraman, like following me, and I have this mic with good audio quality, right? But nope, that's didn't really work out that way. This is, yeah, the audio's kind of messed up on this mic, and there's not that many good situations where I can actually use this without running into a car or a person. So yeah, like when I tried to do it, it just, yeah, there's no way, because it's just always a car or always a person in the way. And then I'm afraid to use it when there's a car and a person, right, of hitting them. Because this drone can, it doesn't have obstacle avoidance, right? That's the other thing. It doesn't have obstacle avoidance, so if it ever runs into a car or person, it's just going to run into them. And yeah, that can lead to a lot of issues. So anyways, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the DJI Neo is very practical. At least not for me. I mean, if you're living in the countryside or a small city, or yeah, a place where you can just bike and hike around with nobody around, then this is great. But for me, I think I'm living in an environment where there's was way too many cars, way too many people. No way I can use this. Even more when I go to Asia, right? If I ever want to go to Asia, there's going to be even more people, and then that's my main use case. I wanted to have something like this when I'm like walking along a big city, right? You can see the big city in the background, all the lights and stuff in the buildings. That would be cool, but nope. It's not practical, because yeah, this thing is not going to follow you in a straight line. It'll just generally kind of like zigzag a little bit when it's like this. And then when people are walking, then yeah, there's always a chance of hitting it. Or if it's recording from the side, right, it's always a chance it could hit a car or something. So, or a tree. Tree's not quite as bad, right? You hit a tree, it's okay, but if you hit a car, then that's an issue. So yeah, then there's liability there. So yeah, that's the thing. I like the concept is really good. I've always wanted to have like my own personal flying cameraman record me when I'm doing something, but in practicality, it doesn't seem to work that well. So yeah, I mean, the technology is there. It's just I also wanted to record me from the front too. I think that's another thing. The technology for that isn't quite there, I guess. But yeah, the concept is cool. It's just, yeah, I'm unable to use it in the settings that I would like in practicality. So it's not very practical for me. Anyways, that's it, guys. DJI Neo. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Would you get something like this, and would it be useful for you guys? Because it turned out not to be as useful for me, but maybe it could be more useful for you guys. And it's a very niche situation. It's like even more niche than an action camera. At least an action camera, I think I can always bike with it and stuff. This one, if I wanted to bike, I had to make sure that there's absolutely no one around for the next few like kilometers or miles. So yeah, that's very hard to do. I have to like bike really outside of the city for that. But yeah, anyways, I did record some videos using the different modes on here, and I'll showcase them after this. So let me know what you guys think. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The DJI Neo, very cool device, good price point, cool features. Just for me, it's not that usable for me. So and that's a shame. You know, I really wanted it to be usable. But anyways, this guys, let me know what you think, and as always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.